guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just literally gonna have a conversation with a camera. That's all. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more videos like this, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Okay, cool thing happened. Me and my daughter Coraline decided to go down to Disneyland the other night. This happens regularly. Like, we have a season pass, so we go down all the time for a couple hours, whatever. So the other night I was like, you know what? I'm gonna meet my cousins at Disneyland. So I went, and we usually park at downtown Disney because, like I said, we only stay for like 2 or 3 hours. And I start walking and I hear this guy like playing the violin. He was so good. So I stopped and I let Coraline get out and like dance to the music. We kind of took a little break from walking, and she was dancing. She loves dancing. She was so cute. And then all of a sudden I see this little boy that I think I recognize, and I was like, that's Calvin Mecham from Ellie and Jared. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's right. Ellie and Jared are here for their birthday. There they were, like just sitting right there. And I was so excited. When you go and like you meet somebody that you have watched or admired for a really long time, you want to say all these things and then you just don't. I literally, this is what I told them. I was like, hi guys, I just want to tell you, like, I watch you guys every day. Thank you so much for the daily entertainment. That's what I told them. I don't think they know like what they've done for me, so it's all good. It's God who's working, right? So thank you, Lord, for putting them in my life. There we go. So this is what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about my infertility story and just kind of my struggles with it. So if you guys don't know Ellie and Jared Mecham, they are phenomenal people. They actually struggle with infertility themselves. They were able to get pregnant twice. Anyway, they have such a passion for it that they ended up doing some IVF grants last year in December. And so many people responded to it that they were able to give so many people grants to get in vitro, which is phenomenal. So all this being said, so 4 years ago is when I found, like, I was struggling with all my infertility issues. And if any of you guys struggle with infertility issues, you can relate to me because it's a private issue and not a lot of people like to talk about it. Not a lot of people know what to say to you when you're going through it. So with me, I just didn't have a cycle. I was doing like my routine checkup with my doctor and we were still trying to figure things out. So she's like, you know what? You've not had a period for a really long time. Let's run some tests to see what's going on. So I ran some tests it took like a whole year to actually find out what was happening. So she said, in the meantime, I want to get you on artificial hormones because you really need to start a period. Me not having a period does more damage than if I were to. So they found out I don't produce estrogen on my own, but I didn't have like a high dose of testosterone either. So she decided to give me a very high dose of estrogen and progesterone so that I would be able to start a period. Just in the meantime, till they figured out more. Well, they found out that I literally do not release eggs. Like, my body doesn't do it on its own. Everything was fine with my uterus. Everything was great. I didn't have any ovarian cancer. I didn't have any cysts, nothing. It literally was just, I did not have the hormones to tell my body to release an egg. And therefore, they said the only way to do that is through very high doses of artificial hormones. And I struggle with a lot of control. And I just knew that if God wanted me to have this baby, then he would find a way to do it. And so we decided that we were just going to go through adoption. That's my personal struggle within myself. When I found out all of this, so many of my friends were pregnant. So many of my friends already had kids. A lot of my friends were trying to get pregnant at that time. It literally was like devastating. I felt alone. And I didn't have very many people to talk to. Not a lot of people, like all my friends that were pregnant, felt like they had to walk on eggshells around me. Now, sure, like for the first maybe 2-3 weeks, first month, like it was hard for me to like look at kids. It was hard for me to like hold babies. It was hard for me to get in deep conversations with my friends who were pregnant, but it didn't stop me from having joy for them. But I did find a lot of like distancing. A lot of people distance themselves when in a time where like I felt like I really needed closeness with people. So I did 2 things. One of them was really good and one of them was really bad. I started finding a lot of comfort in YouTube videos. I started watching a lot of people who also struggled with infertility. Kind of just felt like, you know, in YouTube videos, it's like an open conversation. So if people are vlogging about what they're going through, and Ellie and Jared happened to be one of the people I came across. The fact that I was able to go to the internet and talk to people or just like find comfort in their story, you know, just relate. I think it's just something tangible that I feel like I can relate to. So I did that, and that was really, really helpful. I found other people in the process, but since I just met Ellie and Jared, I'm gonna talk about it. So yeah, I've been watching them for years. It's been really cool to see the progression of where they're at, see the growth of their channel, and just see what God has in store for them next, because I know that they're trying to get pregnant with their 3rd child right now. So that's really exciting. So since they did the IVF grant, I still obviously feel very closely connected to people who struggle. So I've been watching all of the IVF grant winners and seeing the process of the highs and the lows of all of the IVFs. And being pregnant is scary for anybody. Being pregnant is so scary when you know that like it's one of your only chances. I don't know. There's a lot of emotions and fear that goes into getting pregnant after you've been told devastating news, after you have had a miscarriage, after you lost a lot of hope. It's a very scary time. So if any of you are struggling with infertility, I feel ya. I get it. But no matter what, life is a blessing. I know that I try to not take life for granted, especially with my little one now that I have her. It's just like every moment of messy house and screaming and crying and temper tantrums and struggles with discipline. I know that every minute is precious. And I try to post things on Instagram too to just really help me. I've been very, very intentional with my Instagram posts lately about being a mother. And the reason why I do that is because sure, it helps people, but I do it for myself. I post things so that I can self-reflect. I can encourage myself. I can look at my flaws and tell myself it's okay because other people are going through the same thing. My daughter Coraline is just such a blessing. I never thought I'd have her, so, you know, it's really cool to just have her. Other than watching Ellie and Jared, so I turned to YouTube for my good thing. Okay, so this video is gonna be 2 parts. I literally rambled on for 35 minutes, and I know you guys don't wanna sit through that. So it's gonna be in a 2-part segment of videos. So if you guys wanna watch these videos, go ahead. I'll make sure to put the link to the other video down below. So there'll be part 1 and part 2.